following video may contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again, and welcome to another Minecraft stream. I'm a little late. I'll explain why in a second. But first, let me jump on to our Minecraft chat in my Discord server, and we'll get some communications going, hopefully.
Come in, you royal boob!
There we go. Alright. So I'm in the voice chat on Minecraft, on the Minecraft channel of my Discord server now. So now, I am connected, sir. Seriously. This controller. I need to do something about this controller. I keep putting electrical tape on it. It's helping, but it's not fixing the problem completely. That's the problem. Like if it tweaks the controller a certain way, it'll screw it up. And Caps is here. Hi, Caps. I think I should probably go ahead and put some music on. Just saying. Let's go ahead and get that going. So, I got home from work today, and, oh, come on, stop disconnecting my freaking controller. More electrical tape. Time for more tape. Give me a second. Let's see if I can apply more electrical tape to this controller to fix this problem. Alright, here we go. Come on, you. I got a roll of electrical tape sitting right next to my desk here so that I can... I say desk, but it's like a little folding table that I'm using as a desk. Anyway, no, you stop that. You stop disconnecting right now. I mean it. I do not approve your disconnecting behavior. Going to need you to get connected again. Stupid controller. Yes, God. That is so stupid annoying. Anyway. Hopefully, hopefully this last thing of tape is the one that fixes it forever. Anyway, I may have a dream. Yeah, I do hope that I don't have to spend the whole time fixing the controller. If it keeps happening too much, then I will try to switch to the Joy-Cons or something. But I don't want to because the Joy-Cons are pretty terrible themselves. Anyway, yeah, I feel like the solution is to just keep piling on the electrical tape until that cord just can't move. Then my controller issues will be solved. Anyway, that cord might end up looking like a baby arm, but but it won't be able to move, and I will be happy. Here we go. What are we doing? But yeah, so as to why I'm late tonight, I got home from work tonight, however you want to think about it. I got home from work tonight, and I, came in here, watched some YouTube while I ate dinner. You know, pretty standard procedure for me. And then, you know, as I was, after I finished doing that, I came in to my room and kind of sat down with my mobile game of choice for the moment, and started doing some stuff on that. And then somewhere along the way, I lost an hour there. Basically, while I was laying down playing this mobile game, I fell asleep and woke up an hour later. So yeah, not my finest hour. But hey, I figure if I fell asleep, then I obviously needed it. So, oh hey, Superior Rose is here. Hi. Anyway. So yeah. Me have sleepy time. And that's what made me late. So I apologize for committing the grave offense of getting a little bit of rest. Unscheduled. It was not my intention to take a nap, but that is apparently what happened. Anyway. You know, and I used to not be able to fall asleep on my back at all. It used to be, if I was on my back, I was not going to sleep. And now it happens, constantly. I don't know what changed, but lately, I seem to have these little, things where I'm laying there playing a game or whatever, and I'll just, just accidentally fall asleep. I don't know. It's a strange phenomenon, and I do not support it. I wish I could just stay up forever, but scientists say that our body needs sleep for some reason. I don't know. It's crazy. Probably because I don't drink caffeine anymore. I used to drink all kinds of caffeinated soda, so that may have something to do with it. I'm definitely way lower on the sugar intake now. I used to be indulging in those. I used to drink all kinds of different Mountain Dews and stuff like that, and now I'm just drinking water. So and it's weird because once you start drinking a lot of water, you start kind of craving for it. Does that make sense? It doesn't have a flavor to it or anything, but the cool temperature. If you're I like ice water a lot, and it's just so refreshing, So anyway, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. But anyway, I don't regret swearing off the sodas. Let's see. I honestly wish I had sworn off soda a lot earlier, but super hyped to see Rose here, though. Very cool. Yeah, I sort of lost Rose for a while to the Digimon games because I was foolish enough to play them on the channel, and as she got interested in playing them, and so she was playing a lot of Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory for a long time, and I you know, I don't blame her at all, because that is great, but it is good to see her back. Anyway. Boop. Like, I mean, I can't really blame somebody for playing a game that I really enjoyed. Like, I literally just like did just about everything on that game. I think they were. Oh, this time you're being addicted to Minecraft Java Edition. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I suppose I could possibly take a little bit of credit for that too, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to play Minecraft, you're certainly in the right spot, because I mean, you know, here we are. But yes, Java Edition is the version of Minecraft that was originally on the PC. You know, a few of the early console games. I mean, you know, but who got Leon to start playing? I'm just saying. Like, I could have a little credit. I can have just a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna take all of it, because I know I don't deserve all of it. But I'll take a little bit. I'll snag a little piece of that. Little tiny bit of credit. Anyway. Mods are fun on Minecraft. I gotta agree there. That is some good times. Anyway. Oh. Stupid doublespeak. How dare you say the same thing I just said, but again. That's what they call double talk. It's a political term. Oh, man. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack this wall of stone. Trying to turn the stone behind the castle into grass? Yo. And meanwhile, I'm trying to turn the stone underneath the castle into bricks the hard way. It's just a thing I do. I may not be able to design the coolest looking stuff, but I could build stuff that takes forever. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, man. Blossoming gotcha raid. Uh-oh. I'm being raided. Help. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome, Blossoming Gotcha. Alright. Boom. I made bricks. Alright, appreciate it. Yeah, Minecraft good. Okie doke. Let's see how many. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And 1 here, right? Yeah. Perfect. Oh no. I've run out of bricks again. I keep doing that. My brick supply keeps running out. It's crazy. It's okay. I have more now. Behold the power of bricks. Oh. Why? Looky there. Don't mind if I do. Let's go ahead and just break out everything around it real quick. Oh, there we go. Oops. Did not mean to hit that one. Alright. Here we go. Man, there's a lot of iron in this little vein here. Okay. Time to get all this iron. Here we go. Iron, 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 iron. Iron, iron. Iron, 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 iron. Iron, iron, iron. Iron, iron. Right. Amazing. Simply fabulous. Oh, more iron. I missed some. Alright, let's grab that. Whew, that is a lot of iron. Okay. Silk. More iron, wow. Okie doke. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
Testing, testing.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I was having some difficulty here. I mean, heyo.
Heyo.
So now you're Iron Man?
I'm trying to get some iron, man. A lot of
Oh, it's
iron.
quiet tonight.
A little bit.
How long have you been streaming?
Not very. I actually I got home and I was playing Summoner's War in my room, and I think I fell asleep. I like either that or I was abducted by aliens, because I lost like an hour there. Like,
Missing time is one of the common symptoms.
yeah. So yeah. Just
So have you put your new SD card to use yet?
I have downloaded the Monster Rancher 1 and 2 thing on the Switch, so I am now truly ready for Monster Rancher Remake.
So I take it you haven't recorded the unboxing video of
Not
the
yet.
package I gave you?
Not just yet. That may be
You
on
really
tomorrow's
should-
agenda.
You
So,
really should have the night you texted me.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say nothing further.
Okay. Well.
And I should have been clear. I should have told you exactly to do that.
Yeah.
But I thought you'd get the hint and do it. So it's
Yeah.
gonna kind of be unintentionally hilarious when you do it.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so should I like smack this Benjamin Smith person who says like the vid?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
That's okay spam right there. Like you know, maybe not if you kept doing it, but like, you know, just a little bit's fine.
Okay, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 identical messages. What's the cutoff point here?
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, I don't know. The main reason people don't like spam is because it's not like lending anything. Cap says 5. It's not lending anything meaningful to the conversation. It's like, you know, so yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. You know, you get a warning for now. If you keep doing it, then, you know. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to I appreciate you wanting everybody to like it. Yeah, just
yeah, it was.
Try not to say nothing but that. Like, I like it when people chat, but I don't want people to just say the same thing over and over again. That's it's not cool.
Well, I guess this is my grand return, I guess, but it's not going to be all that grand. I won't be here for very long tonight.
Okay.
I'm getting up early.
Okay, well.
You want to make it known that my reappearances are going to be sporadic, probably.
Okay.
Because my intention was to not show back up until I had several episodes of my podcast up and running on either Anchor FM and or YouTube. But life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, and in many ways the digital isolation was starting to get to me and contributing to other issues. So I'm like, I just got to try and schedule things like a normal person.
Right. Well, and
organize my life and all that.
Yeah, I find that it's like, for me, not having to keep a set schedule when it comes to YouTube is best, but a lot of people like it, like if you can do a set schedule, and stick to it, which, so if you find that you're kind of able to do that, then, I'm sure viewers would appreciate it.
Right. Well, it's not that. It's just me trying to schedule my life in general.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with the aftermath of a codependent relationship where I had to drop everything at the drop of a hat and rush across town. And I used to try to chunk all my time into pieces, and I'm trying to just schedule my life in general, and it's difficult right now.
Sure.
I'd love to have just a complete full week where I can say, okay, on Monday and Tuesday I can work on the podcast. Wednesday I can go get a walk and a slight workout in at the Y, and then Thursday run errands, Friday have a doctor's appointment or whatever. But I have to take things as they come.
Right.
And
yeah,
basically being an adult isn't as fun as it's cracked up to be. I'll just sum it up that way.
Okay, yeah. I got a question in chat real quick. So I am building a this area is underneath the moat around my massive castle. So you got to see the silhouette of it up there. But yeah, so this is a sort of passageway underneath the moat that I'm building here. Am I using cheats? I do have some of the in-game cheats enabled. Yes, I'm not like doing anything super major, but I do have it set up to where when we die, we don't lose inventory and mobs can't grief me because I got tired of creepers showing up and wrecking all my glass. So anyway,
and that's like 31 different flavors of maximum suckage right there.
Yeah, like I'd be like just sitting there minding my own business, and then a creeper would like spawn up my butt and then and then explode and take out like all the glass in the area, and it was just so annoying. So they fixed the mob spawning in Bedrock since then. Like, they don't spawn as regularly as they used to in places that have a little bit of light, which is nice. But, it used to be like, oh, your butthole's dark, I'll spawn there. Like, so it would just spawn anywhere it felt like, pretty much. It's like, and you wouldn't ever hear them coming because creepers move silently. So it's just,
nothing like an exploding grass-covered enema to ruin your day.
Yeah, silent but deadly. Anyway.
Not exactly silent. They hiss first.
Well, yeah, they hiss right before they explode, but
Yeah.
doesn't help you at the time Because by the time they're already hissing, it's a little too late. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's right behind you.
Yep.
You know?
And for some reason, I had the image of a proctologist in a creeper outfit,
Uh-huh.
a creeper costume.
Right. But yeah, just... But yeah, so now it's a little better. Like, because they used to spawn, like, right in the middle of the castle, and it's like, you know, why are you spawning here? Like, it doesn't make any sense for things to spawn in here. It's an enclosed area. Like, I understand stuff spawning, like, when you're out, like, you know, wandering around the wilds and whatnot, but, like, when you're in the middle of a constructed area with, like, doors and stuff, it doesn't make sense for stuff to just show up there, you know? Oh, hey, this guy's back. What's up? How you doing? Do you have any good trades? You'll trade me an emerald for some... You'll give me sand for some emeralds. Uh-huh. So I give you an emerald, you give me, like, a paltry amount of sand. Wow, that is a trade, let me tell you. I do like this bucket of pufferfish that you will trade for 5 emeralds. Only 5 emeralds for a bucket of pufferfish. Man, that is a deal.
Sarcasm?
Yeah, very much so. He's terrible.
I don't know what in the heck the pufferfish are for. I've been away for too long.
Yeah, no, I think you like put them in a tank and they like they like stab you if you hit them. Like, Caps, let me go grab my pocketbook. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, that's just too good of a deal to pass up. Where do I where's the dotted line?
It wouldn't be possible to do a custom text bubble or whatever for that little salesman guy.
No, unfortunately, we can only make the NPCs like the other NPCs talk, the ones that don't sell you things, which sucks. I get it.
Yeah, because you know, I did that Resident Evil 4 reference with him because he kind of sort of resembles the shop dude for that game.
Yeah.
This creepy, really raggedy looking guy in a black or purple cloak, and every time you see him, he says, "What are you buying?"
Oh.
Or "What are you selling?"
Wow. Yeah. That's that does sound creepy.
Yeah. I mean, he's perfectly harmless as an NPC.
All right. Well, you know, when you say "what are you selling" like that, it makes it sound like he's after your virginity. Like, yeah. It's just,
yeah.
you know.
I didn't pick up on that when I was playing the game. Just kind of sounded old and crotchety. I didn't think.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not used to my mind being in the gutter. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, mine has a summer home there. Anyway.
I thought your summer home was in reality, but go figure.
No. I live in reality most of the time. Like, yeah. Unfortunately.
Could have fooled me.
Unfortunately.
Could have fooled me.
Well, you know. I mean, I enjoy reality as much as the next masochist, but like, or maybe not that much, but but it's just, you know, I like to escape from it every once in a while, for several hours at a time, or you know, and just do something that's not reality, like gaming or, you know.
Yeah, if I weren't so out of shape and bespectacled and in such a itty-bitty armpit of an apartment, I would enjoy a whole lot more virtual reality.
Yeah.
I could definitely afford a rig to power it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just think of how much fun your cat would have.
Yeah, I would have to buy like several sets of replacement cords or cover the cords in something that just absolutely repulses felines.
Yeah. I would imagine that your cat would be like freaked out. Could you imagine the jump scares though? You're like sitting there like completely immersed, and
Yeah, and then he just
And then all of a
he sees
sudden
me-
the cat jumps on you and you're like, ah! Ah! You know, like-
Yeah, so I've heard, Caps. So I've heard. I guess that's the closest thing I'll get to an HD version of Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition in HD. But I got the Wii version and
Right.
1080p TV, so it won't look too washed out
I mean,
when I play it.
could you just imagine though? You're like playing and like you're playing and like a zombie reaches out and grabs your ankle, and then at the same moment Kirby like latches onto it.
Yeah.
Anyway, or just. But
It's okay, you just doxed my cat's real
sorry,
name.
didn't mean to dox your cat. I apologize. Anyway.
Yes, his full name is Lieutenant Kirby Furby Fuzzbottom.
Yeah, well, there you go. But, yeah, I didn't mean to dox your cat, sorry. Anyway.
Yes, everybody feel free to steal his credit card information.
Right.
All you're gonna find is his collection of kitty porn.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Maybe a separate PetSmart account, I'm not sure.
But, yeah. It's,
You go spending his free treats bucks, you're gonna have to hear from me.
right. Oh, man.
The more likely scenario is he'd see the cords waving around from me flailing around with the.
Try to attack the cords instead.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario. If I don't end up, stepping on his paws or his tail as he's walking
Right.
past me, wondering what the heck is Daddy doing.
Right. But yeah, it's just
I heard the Skyrim VR was pretty awesome. It was complete total integration.
yeah, like you think about it, like there is a pretty prominent first-person mode in that game already, so
Oh,
it would
the
seem
entire
like
franchise was designed for first person,
I
all the
mean,
way back in the PC.
Yeah, it switches between the two pretty effortlessly, though. I do like the third person in Skyrim. I wouldn't be able to play it without it.
Yeah,
like
I feel you.
I only go into first person for like aiming for like really complicated like ranged shots and stuff. Like I don't usually use it like all the time.
Yeah, I will admit, Skyrim was the one where it actually functions really well in third person, but I'm just a creature of habit.
No, I mean
if I want to play,
understand
if I want to
people-
play a third person action RPG type game, I'll play Zelda, Darksiders,
Yeah.
what have you.
Yeah, no, I understand people wanting to play it in first person all the time, but like I absolutely adore the fact that there was an option there, and it was what got me to play the game. Like so, I wish more games would offer you those types of choices. You know.
Yeah. One type of option I wish that more RPGs had is that, and a lot more games in general would have, and I've kind of griped about this with Mario Kart on at the store the other week, where in games like Mario Kart, if you want certain stats, you're going to probably end up with a cart that looks really effeminate,
Yeah.
and you just have to live with that look. Whereas I want a cart that looks like an awesome roadster, or even just a standard looking go-kart.
Right.
And I want really good stats, but you can't have both.
Right. It would be nice if you're
RPGs have a similar gripe.
Yeah, it'd be nice on Mario Kart especially. Hello, Ferdinand. How's it going? So yeah, it'd be nice if various like in Mario Kart especially, if you had like different engine parts that controlled your stats, and then your cosmetic parts were just that, cosmetic. That'd be nice.
Right.
You know.
There was actually a Nintendo DS spin-off that was in development at one point. It was more like a proof of concept called Mario Motors.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded like it was going to be something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, it never really left the drawing board.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well. Ow.
I think it's time to put up the neon banner.
Right.
Dust it off, bring it up once again.
Yeah, let me... Give me a second here. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Alright, anyway. Alright.
Speaking of banners and such, like a year ago, I think, I downloaded some free Minecraft-themed YouTube subscribe and like buttons for animated things.
Oh, nice.
If you want, I can try and dig them out, put them on a flash drive for you.
Oh.
And they were free, license-free, and all that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Copyright-free.
Yeah, that's always nice when you find that type of stuff, and nobody's gonna gripe at you for using them.
Yep. And I triple-checked all of the sound effects and the music clips that I use to create my my intro theme.
Alright.
So I know I'm in the clear there.
Good.
But there's always the chance that it'll too closely resemble something that's copyrighted. But
Right, I hate that. Like when somebody copyright claims your stuff because it's got like a little bitty snippet in there that sounds a little bit like one of theirs or something. Like it's just
yeah,
that's the worst.
yeah, that possibility hit me earlier today when I was looking. I've got some music that I didn't know. Basically, someone burned me a CD like a decade ago, and I wanted to find out, okay, who did this song? Where can I find it? And one of them, when I was trying to use Shazam, I like stuck my phone in between my headphones and turned on Shazam. And it took 3 attempts to get a non-Spanish version of the song that I was looking for, because it had an identical melody.
Oh jeez.
So I'm like, good grief. So I'm like, oh wow. That means that conceivably I can do the same thing with my intro theme and pop up something else.
Right.
But I didn't try doing it because I was busy doing other stuff. By the time that thought popped in my head.
Crap. Yeah. That's not gonna work.
Usually by this point, Solus or Aquan are making their appearance.
Yeah, Solus is already playing, so.
Oh.
He's in the room with me. He's not in chat, apparently.
Ah.
But, you know,
Well, hi Solus. Long time no hear.
nobody says he has to, but you know. And sometimes, people just can't join the chat for whatever reason, so.
Yeah, it's cool. 2 of them are my most adoring fans on your server, so thought I'd give them a shout out.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, I thought maybe they were on a honeymoon or something.
No. No, couldn't be. Unless. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I am totally kidding.
I know. It's just,
So I'm going to go ahead and tell this story that I already told you yesterday for the benefit of your viewers and maybe even Caps.
for the benefit of those with flash photography.
I'm afraid that won't be of any good use.
Well, you know.
So, in our little armpit of the country,
Uh-huh.
around this time of year, we have a medieval fair.
Oh, yeah.
Happens every April 1st through 3rd. And like clockwork, it gets rained on. As far as I know, it didn't get rained out.
Yeah. It's either rainy or unbearably hot. One of the two. There's no middle ground. It's
It's
either wear your sunscreen because it's going to burn, or just or just raining constantly.
So I take a dear friend of ours to the fair,
Uh-huh.
as we only get to see each other like twice a year.
Uh-huh.
She's working as an Arby's manager of some sort,
Yes.
and it's like pulling the indentured. It's like pulling the chains of indentured servitude off of her. And it's
Uh-huh.
like an act of Congress mixed with molasses to
Uh-huh.
find a day or even half a day where we get to spend time together.
Right, yeah.
And of course, yesterday turned out to be the half a day scenario because they wanted her to close the other store in town and then open up the next morning today
Right,
at the store where she's at.
right.
But we managed to have a fun time at the medieval fair, and we basically walk an entire lap. I get exhausted, and I decide to take in their little stage show. It's called the Topsy-Turvy Show.
Right.
And there's just the two players are a big sister, literally, physically, and a younger sister. And it is incredibly silly, telling incredibly cheesy jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do with body stacking and like low-grade acrobatics and so forth. And it was an impressive show. It was really entertaining. So at one point, the little sister is decided to climb on top of the bigger sister and does so in the most awkward, uncomfortable looking way possible. And since this variety show of sorts involves a bullwhip and incredible skill using it to make flowers basically fall apart, disappear, whatever, she accidentally leaves the bullwhip on the ground floor of the stage. And so she says, "Oh wait, I need to get down and get my whip." So she again climbs down off of her sister in an incredibly uncomfortable and hilarious fashion, picks up the bullwhip, and then she says, "Okay, I'm going to go up this way now." And she does it in a much more convenient and easy to grasp manner. And the bigger sister says, "Wait a second, are you telling me you could have done this at any time?" She says, "No, but only when it was funny."
Yeah.
Which is obviously a riff from Roger Rabbit.
Framed Roger Rabbit, yeah.
From Roger Rabbit.
You mean you could have gotten out of those cuffs at any time? No, not at any time. Only when it was funny.
So, yeah, that was that earned my money.
Yeah,
So
right.
I went ahead and I joined their fan club by buying a plastic fan with their logo on it.
Mhm.
And I told them how much I dug the reference, and it was really great.
Yeah.
The other half of this story involves a personal story of mine, where there was a point at the beginning of the show, and I wasn't even paying attention because I was exhausted, and sunscreen was melting into my eyeballs.
Mhm.
And they were talking to a member of the audience, and the bigger sister, her lapel mic was directly in the center of the bosom of her blouse. And so they told the man to speak directly into her chest.
Yeah.
And this made me giggle about as hard as I possibly could for personal reasons. And I explained this to the bigger sister in question.
Yeah.
And I said, my mother would give me a choice every year on my birthday. Either she'd take me to see a movie or have a really nice dinner. And so when I hit 16, I was like, hey, I keep hearing about this place called Outback Steakhouse. And I was a beef fiend at the time. So we went to Outback Steakhouse. And we're sitting there and minding their own business. And I hear this voice come to my left saying, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And I turn to my left, and I'm staring directly into the bosom of a young girl. And I'm not sure which was a brighter pink at that moment, my face or her brassiere.
Yeah.
It's like, speak directly into the bazongas.
Wow. Hi, Blue Wolf. Sorry.
So, the bigger sister got a big laugh out of it. And hopefully someone listening tonight is getting a laugh out of it too.
Yeah, well, whatever works. But yeah. Oh, goodness.
time for the neon yellow banner again.
No, it's all right. Like, the reason I stopped putting that up like all the time is because it seemed like it was just encouraging people to ask just to troll. So so I just gave up on it. It's it doesn't happen as much anymore, but people still ask from time to time because they don't read the description or whatever. Yeah.
Negative Blue Wolf, the pattern is full.
But yeah. It's just... Go ahead and get rid of that real quick. I don't want that stupid thing. Get out of here.
And fortunately or unfortunately, Blue Wolf, I'm on the server voice chatting because of exclusive BFF privileges.
Yeah, well,
Got to be able to put up with Hunger in real life for 20 plus years without killing him in order to get this privilege.
Well.
Or without him killing you.
Or...
Let's face it, he could crush my head like a sparrow's egg by accident if he wasn't careful.
Well, happens.
Oh, really?
I mean, rarely, right? It's in undisclosed circumstances, yes. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, anyway.
I always wondered what you kept in the shed in the back of your backyard.
We don't talk about that. Okay.
Picked up a copy of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom today.
Oh, sweet.
Cost me as much as a brand new Switch game.
Ah!
It was in really good shape. Almost perfect.
Yeah,
so.
Well, it's a good game. Like, that's,
Yeah, it's one of the few fighting games you're actually willing to play with me.
Well, because it's got Tekka Man Blade in it, Like, I just, like... That is
and
the
it
draw.
it was the last Marvel fighting game. Okay, the last good Marvel fighting game to include a Mega Man in it.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm throwing shades at MVC Infinite.
Yeah. I mean, you mean Capcom fighting game, right? Cause,
oh yeah, the last Capcom fighting game. That's what I meant.
Because Marvel's not in there.
Yeah. See, this is why late nights and I don't mix too well most of the time.
Well,
I'm trying to get myself into a normal sleep schedule so I can accomplish more stuff. So I can, actually get the podcast I've been talking about for, a year plus now off the ground.
Stuff accomplished.
And into the ether.
Yeah, Let's see here. Oh, come on. That's annoying. Alright. Take that. Alright. Man. Ah! Dang it. That wasn't good.
That's too much.
What?
I'm on eBay here looking for good waterproof leather or pleather seat covers for my car.
Oh yeah, that quest.
And I see a set that looks nice, but it's like $200. I'm like, no, thank you.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
little too much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a full set. Oh, and this is a much better price. Nice.
Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Alright.
I will have to crap. See compatible vehicles. Oh yeah, that's the kicker, isn't it?
Stupid cobblestone.
Okay, so they're compatible.
There we go.
Nice.
Hey, hi. How's it going?
Wait. Oh, it says hatchback. Dang it. Ugh. I think I'm just gonna throw the cheap ones I found on it and call it a day.
Jeez. As long as you can complete that side quest. There was a guy up at the shop today. He was wearing a shirt that says, "I'm not procrastinating. I'm doing side quests."
Nice.
I was like, yes.
I think I have 2 shirts that say more or less the same thing. It says I don't age up, I level up.
Alright. Cookies! Nom nom! All the cookies. Yes. Hello, Unpei. Sup, souls. Who are all these randos? Just people showing up. It's a Saturday night, you know. So there's more people showing up than usual. Happens.
SATURDAY night. SATURDAY night.
All of the turds. I mean, satyrs. I mean, the day of Satyr. It's Saturday night. Yeah. There we go. That is looking mighty fine now. Mighty fine. Yeah, cookies are amazing.
Yes. Live from Armpit, USA.
Armpit.
sorry. That's literally how I feel about our town.
I mean, we're in the Bible Belt though, so we're really more like the sweaty waistband, if anything.
Yeah, and Florida is more akin to America's genitals.
Yeah, well, just you said it, not me, but I mean,
Yeah, it's the closest to a dirty joke you'll get out of me, too.
All right.
Except for the one about a horse falling into the mud.
Well, oh man, I know a dirty joke involving a horse.
That's not.
It's a good one though.
Unless you want to end my visit prematurely.
Oh no, that'd be terrible.
Let's see what's tomorrow's forecast. Yep, third day of the fair is gonna get rained out. Oh wait, that's Monday. Hold on.
Oh.
I forgot. It's already midnight.
Ah. Yes.
Hourly. There we go. Hourly.
Let's see. Tomorrow's forecast calls for typhoons. There will also be a little rain cloud following Hutch around all day. Even indoors. If only. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a good chance of light rain towards 7 and 8 o'clock tomorrow. So, yeah, this would be the least rained on medieval fair that I had ever gone to or been aware of.
No, like I said, there are times where it doesn't rain, but it's usually like unbearably hot. Like instead,
it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, like somebody that I talked to said that it was only 70 degrees out, but it felt like 90. So
today?
Yeah.
Oh,
they were
I was there.
Fair.
Oh, I was there yesterday, so
yeah.
I guess I missed the warm day.
Yeah.
I was busy sleeping it off.
Yesterday was all overcast, though, wasn't it?
No.
No.
It was pretty bright on Friday.
I guess that was Thursday. That was more overcast. Anyway. The weather was kind of miserable on Thursday.
Yeah. I didn't mean to, but I ended up overdoing it at the fair. I was afraid I'd pulled a groin muscle or something.
Oh.
All the uneven terrain was making me really work my glutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know something I can do that'll technically extend my visit here. Oh, I've been swapping out music on my MP3 player and all my MP3 players, and one of them I should probably do while I'm here.
Oh.
But first, a quick pit stop, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright, so Siege is gone, so I'm going to tell that dirty joke about the horse while he's not here. Alright. Alright, so, this is one of those story jokes, right? So a man is driving down the road. Oh, is he back? Alright. Anyway. So a man is driving down the road, and he sees a sign by the side of the road. It says, "Make my horse laugh, and I'll give you $100." Yeah. So he pulls off to the side of the road and goes over to this farm. And he meets the farmer yeah, Caps knows what I'm talking about. This is an old one. And the farmer says, "Yeah, my horse is just so he just seems so melancholy and depressed. I was wanting to somebody to make him laugh. So if you could do that, I'll give you $100." And the guy's like, "Okay." So he goes up to the horse and he whispers something in the horse's ear, and the horse starts laughing. It just can't control its amusement. It's just laughing uncontrollably. So the farmer's like, "Okay, well you did what I asked. I'll give you the $100." So he gives the guy $100, and he leaves. The guy takes his $100 and he leaves. So a week later, he's driving down that same road, and he sees a new sign that says, "Make my horse cry, $100." And he pulls off the road again, and same farmer, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on now? Why do you want to make the horse cry?" And he's like, he won't stop laughing. I can't get him to stop laughing. So I was hoping that somebody could make him cry to get him just to get him to stop laughing. And he's like, "Okay, I'll do it."
So it's basically a laughing stock that you want to make cry. Yeah.
So anyway, so he tells the farmer to leave the room for a second, and so the farmer does, and then a few seconds later, the farmer hears the horse start crying, and the farmer comes in and he's like, "Man, you did it again," and he gives him the $100, and he's like, "I tell you what, I'll give you another." He's like, I gotta know, how did you get him to laugh and to cry so easily? Because I'd been trying to cheer him up before when he was depressed, and it didn't work, and I've been trying to get him to stop laughing, and that didn't work. So what did you do to make him cry so easily? And he ends up getting the farmer to give him another $100 just for telling him how he did it. So the farmer says, "Oh, okay, I'll give you $100 if you tell me how you got the horse to laugh and to cry like that." He's like, "Well, it's easy." He's like, "The first time," he's like, when you asked me to make him laugh, I went up to him and whispered in his ear that my dick was bigger than his. and when you asked me to make him cry, I showed him."
Okay. Holy shit, dude. That's amazing. Okay. That's fucking wild.
Hutch is like, "Seriously?"
All that just for the dick thing, yeah.
Yes, it's a dick joke. That's why it's funny. Anyway, this stream is not for kids, right?
Yeah.
It's in the description.
Exactly. This stream is for grown men like us.
And that was my dirty horse joke that Siege didn't want to hear. Anyway.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, you heard it? Okay.
I was having more technical difficulties trying to put my 2 cents in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard that joke so many times it lost all of its luster long ago.
Oh, man.
Fucking wait a minute, hang on. I will be right back. I'm gonna go take care of whatever's underneath you.
That was my dirty horse joke. Yeah.
Yep. I had a feeling it was that one. Wasn't exactly holding out hope that it's gonna be something original.
Gotta go underneath the moat. Hang on.
Yeah.
Ah.
So,
Damn it.
uh,
Ugh.
as
Get
I
me down
mentioned
there,
earlier,
please.
as I mentioned earlier, I went and got Tatsunoko vs. Capcom
Yeah.
and got it from Video Games Plus up in War Acres, I think.
Good grief.
And is it Willowbrook, War Acres, something like that? I just consider it all to be the city, but
Warbrook.
you know, yeah, Warbrook.
Willow
Yeah,
Acres.
the first one sounds cooler.
Hutch, are you aware of the people you're subscribing to are possibly kids?
God, I lost my
Little
train of
does he
thought.
know that he's subscribing to literal children.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going down.
I mean, I don't think he's actually going and watching their content after subscribing, so, yeah. Drowned Converter? Ooh. Are you talking about that thing that farms tridents?
Oh, it farms tridents now? Wait, what?
Yeah, he has a thing he's calling the Drowned Converter, and I think that's the one that's supposed to, like, turn drowned into tridents for you.
I see. I swear to God, I'm not faking this. I
He said, I added a thing.
I added a thing.
I added a thing. Come look. Alright, give me a sec. I'm swimming.
I saw some pillagers down here.
I'm swimming over here. Alright, Hutch is heading out now.
Lightor,
Man.
barely knew you. I mean, what?
Alright, see you later, Hutch.
I know I saw some pillagers on this thing.
Man, if that horse joke got rid of Hutch, that's worth it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I completely lost my train of thought, and I don't remember what I was going to say.
You were talking something about getting Tatsunoko versus Capcom in Warsaw or wherever you went.
Yeah, I just pulled a blank. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that just tells me bedtime is quickly approaching.
Right. I mean, I thought your cat normally told you the bedtime was approaching.
He just jumped on my lap to remind me.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a sign.
That's something. I swear to God, I saw 2 pillagers underneath the mode, but now they're gone.
Oh.
Now your dick joke might have scared them away as well.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, you're gonna have to remind me where this drowned converter thing is. I can't remember.
Where is it?
I'm over by the caps lock building now. Oh man. Get me a little drinky drink. Ooh. That was good water. Anyway. Alright, I've been teleported to the caps lock. Ah, my controller! No! No, stop! Stop it!
Your controller giving you fits?
Yes, it keeps disconnecting. There's like a short in the wire.
Jeez, and here I feel superior not trusting wireless controllers.
Yeah. I mean, it was great until the wire the wire started to fray near the base, and I didn't get any electrical tape until it was already completely frayed the entire way around.
Gotcha.
So now I have to deal with this stupid crap.
Is this it over here? Oh, okay.
Come on, you stupid freaking piece piece of crap.
So how have things been going in your corner of the mud ball, Solus?
Oh, not much. I went to go see Morbius
Oh,
tonight.
for fuck's sake!
How was it?
It was pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking about the controller, not you seeing the movie. That sounds cool. But
Yeah.
I finally get the damn thing connected again, and then it immediately disconnects.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone who
Okay.
wants to see it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's definitely on my to-do list, and would have maybe done it yesterday if not for the stars aligning and the planets coming into place for me to finally spend some time with my dear former, basically my dear sister from another mister.
Oh my lord. Okay. All right,
It's a
Cap,
friend of mine I
sorry,
usually-
I completely lost you there.
There's a friend of mine that I usually spoil almost every month, take him to see movies with me, other than Hunger, because Hunger is just entirely too busy for my schedule most of the time for me to be able to drag him with me. And I had to call him and say, "Hey, Jim, buddy, we're gonna have to postpone our plans to see Morbius. Maybe we'll do a Sonic the Hedgehog and Morbius 2-for-1 special next week. Because the clouds parted, the earth began to shake, and finally I get to go hang out with my dear friend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to try to stay off certain corners of the internet and not get spoiled
Right.
Yeah.
from Morbius.
Very wise.
I heard it kind of sucks, but at least they aren't, ham-fisting a political agenda behind it, so that earns my ticket to begin with.
Right.
I suppose.
Oh my gosh. Is it this one? Okay. Oh. Whoa. So what's it do? It like sucks the zombies up in here and then like turns them into drowned? Is that and then
It's supposed to like.
So,
does that.
whoa.
There's been an interesting and somewhat unsurprising development considering the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. The Ninja Turtles arcade game is going to have probably the Faith No More re-recorded version of the theme song stuck in it. And the basically various brand names and so forth that were in like the NES version of the arcade game, and all those things are going to be removed and edited out.
Huh.
But there is a glimmer of hope. Also, I heard that even Turtles in Time's opening is going to be changed, which I don't understand. I mean, I want to know who has the hoity-toity rights to Pizza Power from the admittedly awful Coming Out of Your Shells tour that is demanding money so that they have to change the opening for that game, for Turtles in Time.
Because the thing is, Nickelodeon owns the rights to Ninja Turtles now, as far as I know, like, and their parent company, Viacom, I guess.
Right.
So, like, they own it now, but, like, the thing on that is, it's just, it's
when it comes
where,
to music,
yeah, normally, what I was going to say is normally, when it, like, because I don't know if Nickelodeon has the rights to the old series, or if they just have the rights to make new stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because normally, if they had bought the rights to the old series, that would have included the song, like, Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Because...
that's not always the case.
It's not always the case, but in most cases, when you have somebody making a song for you, for like a series, you're paying them to create that song as a work for hire. In other words, you're saying, hey, I want you to create this thing for me so that I can use it for this series, and I will pay you money to do that. And basically, in the contract for that agreement, it usually says that the person that is paying to have the song created is the one who owns the copyright and not the artist who creates it.
Unless, of course, you become a big-time TV producer and have successful hit after successful hit, such as The Big Bang Theory, and that way you and only you can use that version of the song without having to pay money for it because you're a big hotshot.
Well,
and that's the general theory that's going around right now. But there is a glimmer of hope because they Arcade 1-Up. They did a TMNT 2-in-1 cabinet, and it was the one that had the Faith No More version for TMNT 1, and probably also the altered opening for Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
I can't independently... Oh, wow, it's BM. Is that the 8-bit theater iteration?
Not
Black
sure.
Mage?
But, it is very cool, though. But,
Anyways, they recently did another one. They did a Turtles in Time cabinet, which also, of course, has the original arcade game on it, with online play and leaderboards, and it has the original theme song, or both theme songs restored. So apparently they heard all the crying and screaming about the original theme song, and they corrected it for the new model. So there's a glimmer of hope that if Konami hears enough griping and whining about altered theme songs for two best games in the collection, and they could get fixed in an update patch.
Maybe. But yeah,
Not holding my breath.
But yeah, it's something where there have been cases where, as certain companies have decided to sell off rights to various properties, there have been certain individuals and actors who would buy little pieces of things. So, like you said, like for example, you said that the guy who originally created the song was some sort of big shot now. Well, that just means he has money, and if he has money, he may have actually just bought the rights to that song independently of whatever deal Nickelodeon did to acquire the rights to the series, and so he may have the rights to that song to use it however he wants.
From what I heard, he was originally just one of the voices in the chorus, and he's like the only guy who seems to have tried to pursue it all this time.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked that deep into it.
Yeah.
Because it just boils me too badly to dwell on it much.
Right.
I mean, I'm probably going to get the darn collection anyway when it comes out, because I'd like to have a way to legally play many of these games in 4K.
Yeah. Well, I have the my deal is I have the Turtles arcade game NES port, which is probably the worst version of it.
No, there's various computer system ports that they made that were even worse.
Oh, I was just trying to shave off the top of the mountain a little bit. If you want to restore the top of that thing with the mural, you can. I wasn't trying to ruin your mural or anything. There you go.
No harm done, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was trying to say earlier that I totally blanked on. I got Tatsunoko vs. Capcom at place in wherever, and I finally picked up another one of those best Nintendo 64 controllers ever.
Oh, nice.
I call it the Kidney Pad 64, but it's called like the Super Pad 64 Plus. And I was on eBay minutes before popping up here, looking for a Nintendo 64 controller converter for USB to either use it on Switch or, PC. Sucker's $25. It only has 2 controller ports. Like, really? The GameCube controller adapters are like 30, and they have 4 ports?
Yeah.
What's the deal here?
Right, yeah.
To
Yeah.
shave too much of the mountain off.
It's kinda
Make
funny.
some-
I think more people want to use the GameCube controllers for the Switch. Like, especially in the Smash community, there's a lot of people who like swear by those old GameCube controllers for Smash. So
Yeah, they're
yeah.
pretty much perfect for Smash and Mario Sunshine and 3D platformers and stuff. But anything requiring precise digital control, you're SOL.
Yeah, well, it does have that one large do button.
Yeah, that was a priceless Game Enforcer.
Yeah, the Game Informer, most years, will do a thing for their April issue where they, it's called Game Enforcer, and it's basically like going over like new things that are coming to the gaming industry, but it's all like it's all pretend made up stuff, because it's a April Fool's joke. And they had one. It was like the new Nintendo system, and it was after the GameCube, so it basically the controller for this thing that they were showing off. Instead of having because the GameCube famously had that huge A button and then the little bitty face buttons that kind of surrounded it. So the controller for this thing, instead of having the 4 face buttons, just has one huge button on the side that says "Do."
Yeah, it was a fake reveal for what was then called the Nintendo Revolution, the code name for it. But yeah, that was a pretty priceless.
Yeah.
As far as April Fools this year on the internet, from what I could see, the best, and I use this term lightly, the best online April Fool's joke was some guy trying to convince us that Microsoft had bought Nintendo for $80 billion.
Oh no.
Considering one of the worst kept secrets of the past 20-something years in the industry is that Microsoft tried that once before and they were basically laughed out of the room.
Yeah. It's funny. So one of the channels that I watch did something funny for April Fools. So it's a Sudoku and puzzle solving channel. Like they do like Sudoku and other like pencil puzzle type stuff, but using tools on the computer and everything. Like they
hang on a minute.
They have like a what's up?
Caps, Uchiha Kasai, aka Aquan, wants the Minecraft role.
Oh. But okay.
I can fully understand why.
But anyway, what's up, Yuri? Give me a second. Oh, let's see. Rolls. Boom.
And there you go. He's got it.
Alright.
Is Yuri someone that we've known before under a new name?
It's Aquan.
It's Aquan.
Oh.
Yeah, I did it. I got
Okay.
it done. Anyway, so anyway, it's a channel that does like Sudoku and pencil puzzle type deals. Like I said, they're all their videos are puzzles and whatnot. And it's two guys, and they're both like championship level Sudoku solvers, and one of them has like crossword puzzle championship chops and whatnot. Anyway, like they're both super. They're both British guys that are super into solving puzzles, basically.
Gotcha.
It's a huge channel. Anyway, so one of the guys for April Fools sent the other guy a puzzle to solve, and the puzzle ends up being a 4x4 Sudoku. Like so. So it has literally 4 boxes with the digits 1 to 4 in them, and and so there's like basically only 16 digits to get in this puzzle, and so the guy solving it in turn, he solved the puzzle in about 18 minutes, but then left the video running for another 30 minutes or so that people would think he had a really tough time solving it.
Oh, nice.
like the rest of the video is just music playing. But basically, he just did it to make it look like the time on the video was really long. So, you know, because usually they only take like an hour to solve something if it's like a really difficult puzzle, you know. So,
Okay.
you know.
Oh,
All
jeez.
right.
Okay,
Sweet.
anyways, I'm gonna leap in this water so I can fly.
But yeah, it's just it was just funny. Like, you know, that was one of the funnier things that I saw out of my YouTube subscriptions this year. So,
Oh yeah. One of my friends was not one of my friends. One of the people I've subscribed to made an NFT fucking thumbnail for their Kirby the Forgotten Land playthrough.
oh no.
Oh, what's this about NFTs?
Something cringe April Fools.
Oh, also,
Have you
hello
ever heard
everyone.
of NFTs?
Have you ever heard of NFTs?
that
Today we will.
fucking South Park special. Oh my lord.
I haven't seen it. I haven't
So-
watched South Park in years.
So they did.
I
they-
haven't wanted a trend to die so badly.
Oh no, they did this
Yeah.
thing. It was called South Park
Like-
Post-COVID, and basically it takes place in like the far future, and all the kids are adults. You know.
Oh wow.
Wait,
And,
I'm gonna have to find that episode. That
Yeah,
actually sounds interesting.
yeah, no, it's so basically in the episode, Kenny develops a time machine and sends himself back in time, and when he returns to the future, he's got COVID. You know, but
Oh,
like,
God,
but
wow.
in their timeline, COVID has already been eradicated, so he basically dies from COVID and then reintroduces it to the rest of the population.
And everybody dies.
and then anyway, so like they're doing all this stuff, and it's just freaking hilarious. Like there's the funniest part of the whole thing is Butters, because they go to visit this guy in a mental they go to a mental institution to visit this guy who was funding Kenny's research, right?
Yeah.
And the guy and the guy who runs the institution, he keeps calling this guy that they're about to visit Victor Chaus, you know, and then they finally see what the guy's name is, and Stan's like, that's not Chaos, it's Chaos. You know?
Chaos.
And so they go in there, and it's freaking Butters, but as an adult, and he's like, hey buddy, he's like, hey fellers, Vic Chaos here, how's it going? You know?
So they took that thing from the game.
Well, because he used to have this alter ego called Professor Chaos.
Yeah,
You
Professor
know,
Chaos.
so-
I used to.
So
I
he's
remember
like
that.
a super villain persona.
I played,
As
like
a
the
kid.
Stick of Truth.
I played
Final boss.
Like he does that in various episodes too. It's not just in the game. But anyway,
I like his
So-
subordinate's name.
yeah, you know, General Disarray.
General Disarray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
anyway, so he's like, they're like, Butters, it's you, and he's like, Butters, that's not me. That's some kid whose parents didn't love him. You know?
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
you know, and anyway, so he so he basically is like, he's like, oh yeah, I helped fund McCormick's research, you know, and all this stuff, and like and he's like you want to know how I did it? He's like I can tell you something that's gonna make you a whole lot of money, you know. It's like, and he's like, have you all ever heard of NFTs? And as soon as he says it, like this alarm starts sounding, and a couple of orderlies come in, and they spray him with a fire extinguisher, and they take the other two guys out of the room.
Bro,
That's
that's
great.
wild.
But it was funny because in the lead up to it, they were like, "This man has ruined lives."
Man has ruined lives. Yeah.
NFTs are the most boring thing ever. The most useless. The most like I can do a better job than it does to take an NFT. Just to steal some artwork from someone and then I'm gonna sell it for money.
But
Where's
it was.
Where?
Sometimes I saw NFTs being made of. Oh, I say made, but they're not really made. They're stolen artwork of literally just sprite work from The Binding of Isaac, and someone was selling them for like $3 a piece.
Wow.
Of like some of the characters. I'm like, that has to be the laziest attempt at an NFT I've ever seen, and that's saying something.
But it's freaking funny though, like that whole special, like because he ends up Butters ends up escaping from the asylum, and he goes to like an Applebee's, and he gets them to start like doing NFTs as like part of what they do there. Like it's just
Wow, that sure does sound like an.
because it's evil. Anyway,
Yeah.
like, it's just,
Yeah, I made an audible groan that last time I was at Dave and Buster's spending my hard-earned tickets,
yeah.
and they're selling Dave and Buster's one-of-a-kind NFTs
Oh god.
for, I don't know, like 3,500 tickets or something. I'm like, are you bloody kidding me?
Right.
But this episode of South Park you're describing, it reminds me of how they had an episode where it was like they had a milestone where it was finally safe to make jokes about AIDS.
Oh yeah.
But it had been like 25 or 30 years
Oh,
since the
man.
whole AIDS thing happened, and it was finally okay to make jokes about it, in their eyes, I guess. And so I'm wondering, okay, did they break their own rule, making jokes about COVID?
Yeah, no, it was funny, because I guess like not long after the pandemic started, they basically like it's like a canon part of their storyline that it was Randy from South Park who started the pandemic by sleeping with a pangolin. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Also,
like,
yes.
like he was like.
Forgive my ignorance, what the heck's a pangolin?
A pangolin is like it's what Sandslash for Pokemon is. It's basically
Yeah.
it's a herpetophagous mammal who basically looks like a little dragon crossed with a mouse. You know, like
Okay.
Also,
they're little mouse dragons that eat ants. You know.
Yeah.
also, Solus, where'd you get that skin?
And this skin, it's from a pack that I bought. I forgot what it was called. Something. I think it. Literature or something. I don't remember.
It was literally a DDLC pack.
Doki Doki
It-
Literature Club.
It's kind of like
That's
that.
literally Monica. He has a Monica skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, how'd you get that? Because
Yeah.
So, since you
Uh,
changed your
I
name
can try to
to
look for
Yuri
it.
on
Give me a second.
YouTube and
I'll
Uchiha
look and see mine for you.
Gasai,
Yes, yeah.
can I still call you Aquan?
yeah, sure.
Just
Alright.
call him whatever you want. It's okay. I call
Yeah,
him the
just-
original Reggie Duck, and I don't care. Like,
Yeah, just call.
Yeah.
Yeah, just call me whatever you want, man.
yeah, original
I mean,
name,
not in that way though. That's just a little.
Aquan,
But yeah.
the original Reggie Duck. You know,
Yeah.
like he
What-
changes
I'm
names
gonna
too
look at
often
them
for it to matter. So
Hmm.
it's just
Yeah.
Jeez, and I thought I was having an identity crisis recently.
Yeah. Basically, the story behind this name change, though, and profile change, is that there were a lot of people that I didn't really talk to on Discord anymore. People that I wasn't really on good terms with. And instead of taking hours upon hours, because I had like tons and tons of people on Discord and tons of servers I was in, instead of just unadding them all, blocking them all. Yeah. Yeah, Caps, I'll always be Aquan to the Clover guys, including you. Yeah, there's a bunch of people from other servers that I happened to be in from years ago that I didn't really talk to anymore, including some IRL people, and I figured it'd be better if I just made a new appearance on the internet. But you guys can still call me Aquan. In fact, that's how you know
Yeah.
me. So
Alright, So yeah, this is me coming back to the voice chat and Hunger's
Mm.
channel and stuff, but with
Oh
an
my God, where is it?
asterisk, because my original plan was to come back and have a grand debut with several episodes of my podcast ready to
It's just called
Listen to-
Doki Club? Okay.
and other content on YouTube by now. But life's what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, but Rock on the skin pack is called the Doki Club, by the way.
all right. Yeah, I'm glad to have you back. Yeah, we're glad to have you back, though, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the asterisk also means that my appearances are going to be kind of sporadic, and at least until I do get things totally ironed out, because, well, I'm trying to keep up my clever disguise of a responsible adult, and it's
Yeah.
not going that great.
Yeah, it's like, for me, I got another job recently, so I've just been saving up. I started working about a week ago, so when I get paid, I'll start saving, I should say.
Yeah.
I can finally work towards moving out. I don't know how hard that would be at the current economy, but I really do want to get my own place, or at least have someone to be a roommate with to help with that.
It should blah. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
Well,
It might take a while, but it shouldn't take that long, right?
Yeah.
It just depends
Vessel,
on
where
what
are
you're
you?
planning on doing when you move out. Like, if you're just trying to get a deposit for an apartment complex, it shouldn't take that long. But if you're trying to get, like, a down payment on a house, that's going to take a little longer. So, you know...
That would take longer. Plus, I don't know if I'd be able to get a house with just making, like, $11 an hour, so...
Yeah. Well, like I said, it depends on how much you save up for a down payment, because,
Yeah.
you know, if you save up enough for a down payment, then you can actually get relatively low payments, even on a pretty expensive house, just
Maybe so,
because
yeah.
you're paying so much of it ahead of time, you know?
Mhm.
So, it really just depends on what works for you, you know? So... You know, if you need to get out of there as fast as possible because you're in a bad situation, then you just want to just kind of save up the bare minimum for a deposit on an apartment and then get going as fast as you can. But if you can stand living at home for a while, you know, and you're not gonna you know, go crazy and kill somebody if you stay there, then I would definitely try to stockpile money while you can. And, you know, because if you buy a place, it's going to cost you more in the short term, but over the long term, you're not going to have to keep paying anything after a while. You pay property tax and that's it, which is definitely less of a burden than having to pay rent each and every month forever. You know?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, the best Uncle Siege type advice I can give you on that is to hold out as long as you can right now, especially considering things always get worse before they get better in the economy.
Yeah, that's true.
Case in point, my dear friend, sister from another Mr. type person, she got promoted to a shift manager last year, and she once again did the market research and found that she still could not afford to find an apartment for herself, even in efficiency, with the wages she's making.
Yeah.
And this is just paying for rent in this wonderful armpit of a county that we're in. And I'm not sure how much of that has to do with people being jerks or us living in college town.
Yeah,
where
the college
anything
town
within...
thing is definitely a part of it, because a lot of renters in this area are used to renting to college kids who can and will trash any home that they're renting, and not give two shits about the deposit.
And they're trust fund babies.
Yeah, well, you know, it's just because they feel like they're just there to party, and, you know, and so they will have people over and wreck the place and whatnot for, you know, however long they're there, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever it is. And then when they're done, they're like, oh, yeah, okay, well, here's your disposable house back, bye. You know, like, and then the landlord has to clean it up. So they're used to charging these people through the nose to make up for all the damages. But, you know, when they get, like, a responsible tenant who just wants to live there and might live there for a very long time, some landlords are too short-sighted to see that and will still try to charge them the college kid rent. Because they're like, well, I might as well just make all the money I can, like, so.
Yeah, it sucks because they basically think the college kids are all rich and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't though. That's
Yeah, because more and more college kids are getting scholarships and whatnot, and they're not able to go to college just because they have money, which is nice, but it also means that college degrees are worth less than they used to be because more and more people have them.
The curse of being poor but also smart.
Yeah, because it's something where
Those people
willing to put up with the BS of academia.
Yeah, because
the only academia I put up with is the My Hero variety.
No, I was about to say, yeah, My Hero.
Oh man, yeah, that should be getting a new season sometime enough.
Yeah,
nice.
but not before Crunchyroll free and ad supported goes out the window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
that's a bum.
The thing with that though is I get why they're doing that because they're taking on all this Funimation stuff, so it's like
That's because Sony bought the suckers and they want to get a return on their investment post haste.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Sony, anyways,
the thing is though is that they're going about it the right way because the thing is that buyout was official like 2 years ago. Because they did it like towards the end of 2020, so they could have done that right away. But instead, they're waiting until they add the value, which I totally am fine with. Because like I said, if they had just done it right away, yeah, I would have been a little pissed. But
yeah, but I saw the writing on the wall and I warned you.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
Cops, where are you?
I'll be right back.
I'm not mad because they're actually adding a lot of value to the service, for that money. Like, because they just added all those anime that they had on Funimation and all those dubs and all those, so there's a lot more that paying for the service gets you now than there was before.
Yep.
So with all that value there, I get the appeal of paying the subscription now, whereas like before it was like, oh, well, I'll just watch ads, but
Yeah.
And the thing is, the only thing that would make me mad is if I go ahead and pay for a subscription and then they serve me ads anyway.
Yeah, that's
that type of behavior in streaming services pisses me off. It's like, okay, either fund it with ads or fund it with me paying for it, not both. Like,
that's
either
part of the reason.
Well, what I was gonna say is either I'm the consumer or I'm the product, not both. You can't buy me and sell me too. Like,
there's a joke to be made there, but I'm too tired.
But no, what I'm saying is you can't make me the product and the consumer at the same time. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's something. Where,
I get it.
Like, because that's the thing is when you're enjoying a service online for free, like watching YouTube, it's because you're the product. You're the thing that's being bought and sold.
You're paying for it with your time and having to sit through an advertisement, which may entice you to buy a product or service or good that you may or may not actually want.
Yeah, it's the person that's paying for that ad that's paying for the service, and what they're paying for is your eyeballs. Like, so they want to rent a little bit of time with your eyes and ears to potentially sell you something, and that's what they're paying for. So. So yeah, in a situation where you're online and you're experiencing service for free, it's because you're the product. That is a fact. Like that's there's hardly anything online that's free just for the sake of being free. Most of the time, if it's free, it's because you're somehow part of a product to a product equation in somebody's business model. So,
or in Hulu's case, their grand plan to take over the world.
You have to have goals. Anyway, so
I was just referring to their old ad campaign when it was completely free.
Yeah.
And they were streaming Shippuden for free.
Yeah. Well,
those are great times.
Yeah, but again, it's something where you know, it's.
But
it's
at any
not
rate,
yeah.
it was a good run.
Well,
The whole Crunchyroll ad supported.
Yeah, well, and and that's the thing is, you can tell when you're watching it with ads that they're having a little trouble finding sponsors because they keep running like the same ad 15 times every episode.
I figured that was a glitch or something.
No, I think it's just I think it's just a lack of different ads to run. Because you would think if they had the different ads, then they would run those.
You're watching it entirely on the Wii U, correct?
When I watch it at home, yes, but I do occasionally watch it like at my parents' house on their smart TV or something.
Okay. That might be due to a lack of cookie data from other websites for them to gather what kind of ads to show you.
Maybe, but
Just
like,
thought.
anyway,
Half-baked
it's
thought.
just, like, it's funny because like when I like. There's been a couple of times recently when I've watched it on the Wii U and have actually gotten served one ad while watching a show. Like,
The other month when you hung out.
that was kind of crazy. I had another experience, a similar experience after that, but that's only like it's only happened a couple times, so so I can't say they never serve me ads anymore, but it's almost like that was the glitch though, like. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's something where there is just that little bit more value in there that makes me say, if it stays at $7.99 a month, I may not have a problem with subscribing to Crunchyroll once I no longer have a choice if I want to keep watching it, because there is a lot of good stuff coming out next season and I do not want to miss it. So. And plus, with all this new stuff that they just added, I don't feel like I'm going to run out of stuff to watch on Crunchyroll anytime soon.
Yeah, I am currently weighing my options. I might either cancel Hulu and subscribe to Crunchy, or simply, when this whole legal probate thing is over, I'll splurge and buy all of My Hero on Blu-ray and call it a day.
Yeah, well, they just released Season 5 Part 1 on Blu-ray, so Season 5, even though the dub is pretty much done, is not completely on Blu-ray yet.
Yeah, I really hate the whole season splitting garbage.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as the volume thing that they used to do.
Well, I mean, with that, though, at least you're getting a decent chunk of it. And plus, a lot of the time, those like a lot of these series are airing in split seasons now, where they'll play the first half of the season and then they'll take a break and then they'll do the second half. It's called a split core, and
I hadn't realized that.
Yeah, that's what that Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime did with their second season. That's what Ascendance of a Bookworm did with its first season. Which a lot of people think is 2 seasons because they did a split core, and because the first part of the core had all of part 1 of the book series in it. So they're like, oh yeah, that's the first season, and it's like, no, that was the first core of the first season, and this is the second season we've got coming up, and it's going to include the rest of part 2 and the first part of part 3. So it's. But
or I might be hanging out at Jim's place more often. He still has a paid Crunchy account.
Yeah. No. Anyway, it's just there is definitely more value on Crunchyroll now than there was after all that Funimation stuff got dumped there. So it does suck. Obviously when you have to. Pay for something that you used to be getting for free, but like I said, I don't feel like it's the same service that I'm paying for that I was getting for free because they added so much to it.
So it's going to add Full Metal Alchemist and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Actually, Full Metal Alchemist may not be there.
What?
Oh, that's right.
Funimation did do the dub for Full Metal Alchemist, but it was Aniplex that originally made it, and Aniplex yoinked the rights to it. So
That's right.
when Funimation tried to renew their rights to Full Metal Alchemist this most recent time, Aniplex said, "No, that's okay. We're going to take the rights back." So Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Aniplex has taken those back into the fold, and Aniplex is really, really fond of charging a ton of money for their titles. So it's not necessarily unheard of that an Aniplex title would wind up on Crunchyroll, because they totally do. They do pay to stream. They do get their streaming services and stuff done, but it's not. It's something where. We've had a lot of people coming in looking for the DVD/Blu-rays for Full Metal Alchemist, and it's like, yeah, if you're looking for those, prepare to pay, because Aniplex is not.
You'd have to give an arm or a leg.
Yeah,
Was somebody laughing at that?
Get yourself. You have to give an arm and a leg to get some cool auto mail in this series. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm really. It's like 1 o'clock, so excuse me for not getting that joke, but yeah.
Hey, that's okay. It's almost too tired for me to. I'm almost.
But don't worry.
Too late for me to even
I had to
make
sacrifice.
that joke.
I had to sacrifice even more for it. I had to sacrifice my entire body. Or no, my brother had to sacrifice his body for it. I only had to sacrifice my arm and leg.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's my cue to call it a night, because
Oh darn.
got an early morning.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Alright.
just TLDR. I'm back, sorta, kinda. It's gonna be intermittent. Life is, happening, and I'm trying to do what I can. But I came back because I missed you guys. And,
Yeah, I missed you here, man.
You guys take care, and y'all have a great week.
You too.
Later.
And see ya.
Oh, so he's left.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Aquan, why are you not following me?
So,
You were
Sorry.
supposed to be following me. I told you.
all right.
I wanted to lead you to a cool place.
I'm coming. Don't worry. Anyways, it was nice to hear from Siege again. I was wondering how he'd been.
Yeah, he's slowly but surely recovering, I think. But
Yeah, that's good.
What are you doing? You're going.
Okay. So is this like a hedge base? Oh, is this the Final Fantasy map you were working on?
Wait, excuse me? Okay, after I'm done showing Aquan whatever this is, please teleport me. Ah, I fell in the water. Fuck me.
Oh, is it the... I think we may have seen a little bit of it before.
Oh, wow.
When it was under construction, I saw a bit of it. If it's the same Final Fantasy thing that you're showing.
Welcome
That
to
I saw.
Corneria.
Oh, this place. Oh yeah, you were all about this place. Okay, bring that one over here.
Now I need to see this.
This certainly is interesting. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
I'll teleport myself to... I mean, if I can.
Look at this well.
Let's see.
What do you want, mod?
We just keep it as 1-to-1 as possible. Yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate the heck out of that.
Oh, there we go. Let's see this. Whoa. I'm just hearing the theme play throughout my head, except it's the PSP version,
Yeah.
because I played this game on the PSP.
Yeah.
Because that was my first ever Final Fantasy game was the remake of the first one that they had on the PSP.
Yeah.
Way back in like 2000.
Yeah, see,
I think it was like-
my first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
The
I
original
played
one
it
on
too,
the
but I
NES.
played it too, but it was the remake.
Yeah,
I have
see-
played the NES one as well, though.
Yeah, that was the first Final Fantasy game I ever played, was the remake on the NES.
Yeah.
Or not the remake of the original one on the
Original.
NES, but
Yeah.
anyway.
I guess I played the same one, except it had like new things because they added new stuff to the remake and
'cause
everything.
the first, because I played I have a remake of it too, but it was the one for the PlayStation. not the PSP. It's Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy Origins version. But yeah, and the thing I love about Final Fantasy Origins is it lets you do 6 characters for the name, so that I can actually name a character Hunger if I want.
Yeah, I think the PSP version had 5 or 6 characters. It was either 5 or 6.
Yeah, because the original NES version, you can only have 4 characters to do your name with.
Translation.
Which, it's great because that means you have to name everything 4-letter words. It's unavoidable. So. So your party fucks shit, damn, and crap.
All the cuss words, yeah. Because that was like,
yeah.
I think Pokemon might have been one of the first games when they translated from Japanese to English, where there were more character spaces for English than there were in Japanese.
Yeah,
it's actually very technologically impressive for the Game Boy.
Here, yo. Oh, I see.
It just reminds me again that, despite the buggy mess that Gen 1 is, it's surprising how all of that ran on the Game Boy in the first place, considering how technologically advanced it was for a Game Boy game. But then the later Pokemon games, they were like lower end even for the systems they were on. I think Sun and Moon might have pushed the limits of the 3DS, but again, that game was poorly optimized.
Yeah. I mean, X and Y looked okay, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm saying Sun and Moon was poorly optimized for a 3DS game. I mean, have you played Kirby Planet?
What's going on?
You alright?
Give me a second.
Have you played Kirby Planet Robobot? Because that game looks amazing. That's like true 3DS performance.
Yes, I have. I've
Kirby's Planet Robobot.
I've done like so many playthroughs of it now. Also,
my castle is technically where Garland's castle would be. Yo, that's sick.
oh shit, that Minecraft music is blaring through my TV.
Oh, man. That's still funny.
What is how?
Cookie! Oh, no.
Cookie.
Okay. You know,
Cookie.
I was gonna say.
What's up?
I was gonna say something about Plant Robot and Clover.
Oh.
It was about Clover adding one of Plant Robot's OSTs to the game. The puzzle.
The puzzle room.
Puzzle room.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Puzzle Room being in Clover. It's actually a joke that goes back to the Siva Gunner channel back in like 2016. Around the time they made a bunch of Robobot rips on there was like this incident where they put like a sort of jump scare at the end with a Harlequin baby, like a realistic Harlequin baby with a scream, and a bunch of people in the comments were freaking out about it and saying it like disgusted them and stuff. It was actually I know. I was about to say it was Larry Roosberg that did that. Yeah, I was about to say that was Larry Roosberg. That actually might have been the thing that got him kicked off the team too.
Oh man.
Although I think he could have done much worse. But that is pretty gross to look at. Like, I mean, I say that when I play Isaac, but I mean, Isaac's stylized in a pixel art, and that was like realistic. I thought it was pretty funny though.
It was Isaac was good pixel art though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just think it was pretty funny that incident. But yeah, that's the whole reason that Puzzle Room plays in that game.
Oh, man.
And it's a good theme too. But,
you discovered the floor was lava. Good job.
Oh, nice.
Boy.
If I'm free when you're streaming, I'll definitely watch because that's one of my favorite games.
Wait, what? I didn't realize.
Cap
Maybe
said in
the,
the chat
like,
that
Super Meat
he might stream Super Meat Boy this week in Hunger Server.
Oh, I'll probably stop by.
So, when I went and returned that Project Triangle strategy, when I went to return that, I actually found because when I went to Walmart to return it, I went to the toy section because I saw a review for a new Stunticon toy that I was like, oh hey, they're doing a new Minosaur, I want to start picking those up. Anyway, but when I went there, they had a bunch of Beast Wars reissues up there. They had like the original, they had a reissue of the original Scorponok, Megatron, and Optimus Primal toys. And then they had like some new toys, like with new designs for like Tigatron and Black Arachnia. And so I picked up the new Tigatron and Black Arachnia because the old toys, like I didn't have any nostalgia for them because I never had those old toys, and plus it was like, they're like by today's standards, those designs are kind of cringe, like But hey, No, not Mutant Tigatron, like actual Tigatron. Like, they actually had the original one up there too, but they had a new design for him, and he looks so screen accurate. It's so nice. And the Black Arachnia too, because the original Black Arachnia, I think with the original toy for her was just like a remold of Tarantulas. It looked kind of awful. It's like a recolor, slight remold of Tarantulas. Didn't look good. Didn't look like she did on screen at all. And this one, like, it has the boobies and everything. It's kind of amazing. So. Yeah. So yeah, I have the Black Arachnia toy, and she's very good looking. It's you saw the new figures, yeah. That's what I got. I got the new Black Arachnia and the new Tigatron. I already had the newer Rat Trap and Rhinox that they released a while back. So, and also Waspinator. I have a Waspinator as well. So, yeah. And they all look so good. I was really impressed. They had a Rhinox there, but it's like, all right, I have a Rhinox. I don't need a new one, like. So they had another new Rhinox there, but I decided not to go in on that one. Jump scare. But yeah.
Boobies.
Anyway. So yeah. Oh, don't disconnect me, bro. Don't do it. Oh shit. God damn it. This fucking controller, man.
Oh. Controller problems, man. They suck.
Yeah, well, I should have sprung for some electrical tape back when it first started getting frayed, but I didn't, and now I'm paying the price in disconnect issues, so.
That sucks. I also got a few skin packs just now. I got the DDLC one. I got that one that Leon showed me that has Lelouch in it. And I got another anime pack that has Sasuke in it. So
nice.
I now have skins, a bunch of skins that I'd love to use.
Sasuke!
Wait, where?
Sasuke!
No,
I'm
Sasuke, he's the imposter in Among Us.
I'm trying to look for the ones I got. Jesus Christ. If you'll give me a moment and don't go anywhere.
Sasuke!
Oh, man. So, we got in at the store. We got in these new figures. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop disconnecting, you stupid-ass controller.
Oh, damn.
We got in these new figures from Boruto.
Oh, God.
But it's Naruto and Sasuke. Like, that's what...
Okay.
It's Naruto and Sasuke. But the way that they're set up, it's like... It's two figures, but they have one stand that they stand on. So like I'm looking at these figures. I'm like, oh look, it's Naruto and his boyfriend.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it's just the way they have them on the stand. But And that one filler episode where there was a filler episode. I don't watch the fillers, but I know about this episode, and it's like Leon mentioned it one time. They like fall down a waterfall and accidentally kiss each other.
Oh yeah, well.
So there was 2 times that it happened. Once canonically, the second time was filler.
Oh man.
And Naruto constantly chases after Sasuke.
Yeah, I just want to do an abridged series where Naruto is completely gay for him, like, like basically what you know, like, you know, like it's just too easy to like. It's so easy to do, but nobody's ever really done it before, as far as I know. So I just wanted to, just turn it completely gay. Just like
yeah, like, he's like, Sasuke, please marry me. I'll even use my sexy jutsu and stay as a girl if you want me to.
Yeah, like I just basically I basically want to turn it into like just the two of them being like completely gay, and then like when they're fighting, it's like they're fighting over like who's gonna be on top that night, you know?
Oh God!
Like, it's like he's like, I'm the top. No, I'm the top.
I'm like a lot stronger than you. But wait, you became stronger than me. But now at this point in the anime, I'm stronger than you. Oh, but I've finally reached your level. Oh, we're at the same level of strength right now. And then in Boruto, from what I know, they heavily nerfed the crap out of both of them.
Yeah.
By removing Sasuke's Rinnegan. And okay, you want to hear the stupidest thing? Okay, not only is it like total BS that they nerfed the 2 characters just because they want to focus on their children. Like, if you want to focus on the children, just don't have Naruto and Sasuke in action. You don't have to nerf them. So what they do is, Sasuke gets his Rinnegan just stabbed, removed from his body, and much like Kakashi had his Sharingan taken.
The thing is, he shouldn't have the Rinnegan after the end of that thing anyway.
Yeah, because the
Rinnegan, like after the end of Naruto, he shouldn't have the Rinnegan anymore anyway, because he had the Rinnegan because of the Sage of Six Paths power, which was added to his hand, and he lost his hand at the end of the series. And then, unlike Naruto, he chose not to have his arm replaced with Senju cells, which would have given him the Rinnegan back.
Yeah, so they just let him keep the Rinnegan because of fan service or whatever, and as if people completely forgot the reason he had it.
Yeah.
You want to hear the even stupider thing, though? You want to know how Naruto was nerfed in Boruto? They killed off Kurama.
Yeah,
they killed off Kurama.
Yeah,
which doesn't make any sense at all, because
like,
whenever a tail beast is removed from a character, they will die. It happened in Naruto, he almost died. It happened to Gaara, he died, and the only reason he came back was because of
Jutsu.
Chiyo did that reviving jutsu on him for her life. But Naruto should have died, but oh no, by logic or some... I haven't seen the episode, but I did see a clip on YouTube of Kurama leaving him, and it's like they did their fist bump and then a bunch of like emotional flashbacks or whatever. So it's like, oh, but because our friendship's good, you're not gonna die. They just retconned the fact that if Jinchuriki loses their tailed beast, they die.
Well,
so
the thing with the tailed beasts in that series is that they're just masses of chakra, so they really can't die. Like, if they die, then they just revive a little while later. Like, you know, so it's like not even a thing that they're actually able to die, like, permanently.
Yeah. So like not only is it stupid they nerfed them, they did it in the worst way possible. And like I said, Sasuke shouldn't even have the Rinnegan still, but they gave him it because, oh, we can't have him getting nerfed already, so we're just gonna have him keep it even though he lost his arm, because they offered it back, but he said he saw this as his punishment. Atonement.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just
yeah.
Yeah, they really fucked up Boruto, and I don't like anything that they've done with it, really. Like, all these people are like, oh, but the fights are so good. It's like, you know, I don't care. Like, it's one of the things where I don't care how good the fights are in a series if the plot is stupid. Like, it's like when a series has like a bunch of like panty shots and girls with big boobs and everything, but they never get naked or have sex or anything. And it's like you know, listen, if I want something to be that's only good for being lewd, I know where to find it, and it's better than that. You know,
Exactly.
it's
It's like if I want to watch an anime with good fight scenes and a good story, there's plenty out there for me.
right.
There's
you know,
Code Geass, there's Full Metal Alchemist, there's Naruto, Naruto Shippuden,
man.
there's Dragon Ball Z Kai, there's
Yeah. Well,
there's a huge selection.
Yeah.
There's Yu Yu Hakusho, there's
yeah. Well, Reincarnate as a Sword is coming up, and the trailer for that looks amazing. It's going to have such great fight scenes, and, you know, so it's just, I'm looking at that going, okay, yeah, this is, you know, there's just no way that, you know, because it's something like, you know, why would I waste my time with some of this other crap when, you know, you got such good stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, and I'd say and like comparing, it's pretty much there's plenty of good animes to choose from when you're choosing Dragon Ball Super and Boruto. It's like, okay, for Dragon Ball Super, the only good thing I've seen from it was the Broly movie, because not only is it better than the actual Broly movie we got, the original Broly movie, but the fight scenes were great.
Right.
Like,
I can only imagine how that felt for Akira Toriyama, though. Like,
having to sit through original Broly.
Well, that's the thing. Having to basically being told, hey, you know, we want you to take this fanfic character somebody made and make a canon version of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what a freaking, like, just...
Yeah.
It's so frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, there's so many people that love this stupid fanfic character that somebody made. Will you make a canon version of it? It's like...
If anything, I'm surprised they didn't do Cooler first, because he's cooler than Broly, no pun intended.
He definitely is. He's definitely cooler. He's cooler than a lot of things.
Yeah, even cooler than his brother. I just think that he makes a much more menacing Frieza than Frieza himself. But yeah, it would be cool if they probably will make him canon. I mean, he's already canon in the games, and I know the games are set in the Dragon Ball Super universe, or somewhat. They're the new game. Fighters is set in the Super universe, I think, and he's a DLC character.
Yeah, I don't know, but
All right, Caps. Let me. You can talk now if you want, Solus. We're sorry. I'm sorry for my rambling.
I'm not gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna say anything.
You can. Wait.
I'm not gonna say anything. Don't worry about it.
How do I teleport? Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's the.
You don't have a lot
right here.
of time.
Let's see. Oh.
oh, for fuck's sake, what is that?
Oh. I got teleported into Bedrock. This is amazing.
Wow. So you're hanging out with the Flintstones now? So what's going on?
Yep. Yeah, I'm hanging out with Fred Flintstone, and we're talking about Granddad.
You suffocated in a wall. Oh no.
Yeah, speaking of anime, I keep wondering about the. I keep wondering about like the people talking about the mentioning a few years ago about the new Code Geass series or season that could be in the works, or that is in the works, and it makes me wonder. I haven't looked it up in months, but I don't know if there's been anything else about it, because it was in like 2019 when they made the new movie for it, which was continuing off the story, which I thought the story ended on a sort of bittersweet ending, but it would have been good if they ended it the way they did, but then they decided to... Like, you know how the Super Robot Wars subplot for Code Geass, that was actually based entirely off of the recent movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is most of the time with Super Robot Wars, they're going to basically make what's happening in there like something that's like happening based on the events of the anime. It's not just... They're not just pulling this shit out of their ass. Like, they're just basically rehashing what's happening in the anime, but with all the other characters there.
Yeah,
you know?
It's cool though. Yeah, it's cool. But, yeah, the reason I brought that up was just for comparison to say that's what.
Yeah.
That's the movie. Basically, its plot is about the rescuing Nunnally from these people that want to use her for some kind of experiment. or perfecting this power. But it would be cool if the Kingdom Hearts for mecha anime,
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the new Code Geass series / season would be really cool to have. We don't necessarily need it after the ending of Code Geass, but after the ending of the recent movie, it seems like they're setting one up. But we haven't heard anything. Really, I haven't heard anything past. They might be making a new season or series.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be something I'd be looking forward to if it does happen, because that's one of my favorite anime.
My last cookie, no! Oh, anyway. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, Code Geass is like... It's so good for many reasons, and one of the big ones being that it's an anime that's not based off of a manga. So, it doesn't have any of the problems that those anime do.
Yeah, there's a lot of anime that are not based on manga, but they are kind of a rarity. You know, like most anime have some sort of source material, whether it's an anime, a manga, or whether it's a manga or a light novel or a video game. You know, there's some sort of source material that they're drawing from. Disgaea actually has an anime that's based on the first video game.
Oh, nice.
You know, and that shit's pretty funny. You know, it's like they didn't do everything exactly right, but they caught like all the main plot points. You know, they kind of cut the game down to they kind of cut the anime down to where it kind of cuts some of the more superfluous characters and really just focuses in on like the main characters: Laharl, Etna, Flan, Vyers. You know, so it's just it's a pretty nice little thing there. You know, Sarah Flamington and all that stuff, but you know. But yeah, one of the things that I thought sucked was that they ruined the opening, because in the game's original opening, Laharl wakes up after being asleep for like a stupid long time, like 200 years or something, and you know, it's Etna waking him up at the beginning of the game, and like. You know, and he's in his room, but in the anime, like when Laharl wakes up, he's like in a garbage dump, like he's like sleeping in a coffin, and he's basically been dumped out with the trash, you know, like. So it's just a different way to open the game up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's neat. But yeah, there are plenty of things that make Code Geass a good anime, like I was saying though earlier. Not just the fact that it's an anime that's an original anime, but it's got very good animation, especially for its time.
Yeah.
Because it was in 2007, and it still holds up today to some modern shonen anime.
Absolutely.
Like, because it was made as a special, like a anniversary for Gundam, for the Gundam series franchise, rather. Like I think like a 40th year or something like that. But yeah, it's got a good story, good animation, great characters, and I just love everything about it. And Caps could say the same thing, because I know you like it too, Caps. You've mentioned it before.
Yeah. Well, and there's a few different, like I said, there's a few different anime that like they did the anime first and then did a manga for it, or they did the anime and manga like in parallel, like basically like the anime writers weren't looking at what the manga writers were doing, and the manga writers weren't looking at what the anime writers were doing, so the stories wound up being completely different, even though the premise was the same. Like 7 of 7 is one of those. So 7 of 7. There were a couple of guys going nuts over it in the Clover server a couple of years ago because it has a lot of the voice actors and actresses from Pokemon in it.
Nice.
From the original Pokemon dub. But anyway, the so the dub for 7 of 7, like the main character, her voice is the same voice for the dub version of May. So.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, that series basically the premise of 7 of 7 is the girl's name is Nana, which is coincidentally also the Japanese word for 7. And she is she lives with her grandfather, who's kind of like a kooky mad scientist sort of a person, and she is trying to make Valentine's chocolate for the boy that she's interested in, and she goes she goes to use the microwave, and it's gone because her grandpa is using the microwave for one of his kooky experiments. So she goes and tracks down the microwave, and when she finds the microwave, there's this thing in it, and it's all sparkly and glowing and everything, and so she decides to open the microwave to get a better look at it, and when she opens the microwave, the thing shoots out and, like, passes through her body, and when she wakes up, there's 7 of her, you know? Like,
Wow.
so it's so basically in the anime, the girls start out by, like, fighting over the chocolates, and the thing is, like, they all have, like, freaking superpowers from this thing that went through them. So, like, it's like if the Powerpuff Girls decided to go on a rampage, basically. And so, like, that first episode, it's like the girls all fighting over the chocolate that she was making, because they all have the same personality, so they all have, like, you know, similar personalities, so they all want to give it to the same boy. So they're fighting over the chocolate, and, like, they're completely trashing the whole city. Like, anyway, but in the manga, the main difference between that series is in the manga, or in the anime, the girls try to keep what's happened a secret. You know, they don't want to tell anybody what's going on, so, like, they only send one of them to school and all this other stuff. In the manga, the girls do not give 2 shits. Like, all 7 of them show up at school and they're like, what? You know, so they do not care who knows. Like, so that's the biggest difference. Is, like, you know, because in the anime, it's like this big thing where they're trying to keep it a secret the whole time, and in the manga, it's like, nah, who cares? It's like, this is who I am now, deal with it.
This is who I am.
This is who I am, and there's 7 of me, deal with it, you know? But yeah, it's just funny, like, the way that they just that one small thing makes the story so different, because so much of the plot for the anime centers around them trying to keep that secret, you know? Like, a lot of the predicaments and things that they get into, it's like, oh no, we're gonna be found out if such and such happens, you know? And in the manga, it's just all, like, you know, slapstick comedy type stuff. Like, it's just a different story because it's just, you know, different. The characters have completely different priorities, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they don't care who sees them doing their superhero thing or whatever. Like, they're just like, yeah, whatever. You know?
Huh.
Like,
yeah.
And, you know, I think you could say the same thing about Super Sentai versus Power Rangers too, because in Power Rangers, like, the whole keeping the thing a secret is a big part of it, but in Super Sentai, a lot of the Super Sentai series just the Super Sentai teams just don't give a fuck, you know, like Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, which was the original Super Sentai series that got turned into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Those guys just don't care. Like, they don't care who they transform in front of, or, you know, or anything. They are not trying to keep it a secret, you know. Like, when they're doing their little roll call sequence, they're, like, shouting out their real names during their like, it's like Tyranno Ranger Geki, you know. It's like, okay, well, yep, that's you, you know. Like, But yeah, so it's just funny the differences between some of these things sometimes. But yeah, I don't know, like, I think it's kind of nice when you have something like that where it's like where they just gave a concept to two different groups of people and said, "Hey, go for it," you know, like. Because because it's interesting to see what kind of stories people create, and it's not necessarily like there's not necessarily one story that's just superior to the other. Sometimes there is, but it's better than when they have a manga series and they try to adapt it and then they try to change it too much, you know. Because my thing on that is usually, hey, if you were any good at writing, you wouldn't be asked to adapt somebody else's manga. So, like, you know, you'd be doing your own series. Hey, good night, Caps.
Good night.
But yeah, to me, that's the way I've always felt about these guys who decide to make these stupid changes to anime. It's like, listen, if you were any good at writing, you wouldn't be adapting somebody else's story. You would be writing your own right now. So why do you think that you have why do you think that you have the right to alter somebody else's story in such a way that it completely changes it like that? Like, you know, there are some anime that have just been ruined by directors who took too much liberty with the story, or writers who took too much liberty with the story and changed it. Like, there's an anime called Karin. The manga for it is called Chibi Vampire over here. I think it was Chibi Vampire Karin over in Japanese. I am 40. I am very old. But anyway,
yeah, I'm 22.
But in Karin, Karin is about a girl who is she's a part of a family of vampires living in Japan. But instead of sucking blood, her body produces blood. Like, it makes, like, way too much blood. And so she is, in order to keep it from, like, squirting out of her at awkward times and moments, she has to basically bite people and give them blood instead of taking it.
Oh, wow. That sounds funny.
And when she gives people blood, it, like, you know, can make them, like, better and happier and like, you know, like, so, like, because basically, in the lore for that series, vampires all have, like, a type, like a specific type of person that they go after when it comes time to feed on them. And you know, it's always like, you know, a specific type of personality trait that they're looking for, you know. And the problem is that when they suck somebody's blood who has that personality trait, it eliminates that personality trait from them for a while. So, like, her mother, for example, prefers the blood of liars. So she constantly goes after dishonest people. But when she bites them and sucks their blood, they become honest for about a week. You know? So, you know, so that type of thing. And Karin's is no different. Her thing is she goes after depressed people. And so when she gives them her blood, it makes them happy for about a week. But the manga is a really cute story, but the anime, about 6 episodes in, like, they were following the manga for a little bit, and then about 6 episodes in, they introduced this character who was not in the manga at all. He's from a family of vampire hunters. And, like, from the point that they introduced this guy, the anime suddenly becomes all about him.
Wow.
Like, they really just shifted the focus of the anime over to this new character and made it all about him and his family, and it's like he's the new main character, and it's like, what the effing hell are you doing? Like, why the fuck did you think that was a good idea? Because they took a perfectly good story that the original manga had, and they fucking ruined it. Like, the anime was...
I've never seen an anime do that before.
Absolutely terrible. Like, well, and the thing is, there have been anime that have done stuff like that before, like Full Metal Alchemist did that, where they just kind of, they said, oh, we're going to follow the manga up to a point, and then we're going to add new villains, and and do
I
a
guess
completely
so.
different story. Sailor Moon had a couple of seasons where they added just a whole bunch of new stuff. Like Sailor Moon, the original anime was very different from what the manga was. Because they tried to turn it into like a Monster of the Week type series, and they were actually pretty successful with it. Like some of the changes that they made in Sailor Moon were actually pretty decent, but for the most part, there were some kind of dumb. Like most of the changes just were kind of dumb and fillery. But But yeah, so there have been some anime before that have changed it, but like I think that one with Karin was like particularly disgusting because, like I said, they really did just kind of make it like, oh yeah, this is a show about this guy now, It's like,
yeah,
wow.
that sounds very disappointing.
Yeah, it really pissed me off. I like, especially since I love the manga so much, I was like really looking forward to watching the anime, and then and the author in one of the blurbs at the end of the manga volumes had mentioned that there was this new character in the anime, and she sounded pretty hyped about it. But it's like, I'm sure she would, because she's getting paid for it. But it's like, it's just, like, you don't want to say something bad about the anime for your project, but it's like, I don't think that's her anime anymore. I don't think that's her story anymore. I think that's part of her story that got corrupted and co-opted into something else because some guy wanted to do a fanfic about a vampire hunter, Like, villagers. They're not villagers. They're NPCs. They're from the education edition.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're, here, let me, this is Max, and this is Fritz, and, Fritz, get up, for God's sake! Get up!
Now I kind of wish I could, like, mods on this version were as good as mods in the Java edition, because then I could give myself, like, electricity coming out of my hand.
Yeah.
And I could also have, like, shoot out fireballs.
Yeah.
And
this is...
catch people in an endless black flame that doesn't go away unless I myself make it go away.
But yeah, these guys are just a reference to this scene in this movie.
Come with me behind the castle, for God's sakes.
So, but yeah, Max, or Fritz is, Max, I'm okay. I'm okay, Max. It's just a scratch. Look, I'm all right.
And climb the castle, that is.
Yeah, I love those NPCs. They're some
having
of my
to
favorites.
Riptide.
But yeah, so we have them all throughout the castle in various positions, and throughout the town too. Like they keep getting deleted because of various errors and whatnot. But yeah, we used to have a ton more. Let's see. I think I'm too far down. Give me a second. I need to go back up. This one, no, it's down here. It's down this stair. Okay, here we go.
Should be. Oh, I still have to get to the top first.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Got my wooden sword.
Wait, when I throw... Hold on. Weren't they cover fish before?
I don't know.
Whenever I throw eggs, I just... Ooh, rockets.
Oh, they just turn into rockets now?
That's cool.
I don't know what Caps Lock did with that. That was funny, though.
Yeah, he made it with cows first, and then
the pigs.
Pigs.
Sorry.
I remember
pigs
the
fly.
pigs. The flying pigs. That was fun.
God. Stand still. If you're going to be no use to me, then I will have to eliminate you.
Alright.
Oops. Here, have some eggs.
Oh, thanks. Sasuke just stabs her through the chest. To kill Danzo.
Karin, yeah,
Yeah, he
that
just stabs
thing,
Karin through the chest to kill Danzo.
yeah.
He's like, fuck you, bitch, I don't need you.
I know, he stabs her through the chest, and she's like, oh, he's so hot.
Yeah, well, she is a masochist after all,
Something
so.
like that, yeah, she's,
She had a terrible childhood.
Apparently. Yeah, she's,
Oh, they are rockets. They're just turning... Oh, I see what's going on.
the rockets
They're
turn into
rockets,
pigs.
they're rockets that are throwing pigs upwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. And then the
Well,
pigs,
pigs
like,
can
die
fly
all the
now.
way up, and they turn into pork chops. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, I guess since pigs can fly now, I did make a promise, like, many, many years ago, that I'll do something if the day pigs fly, but I don't remember what it was. So thankfully, I don't have to do it, so it's probably something embarrassing.
Alright, yeah, well, you know.
Like when pigs shit themselves or something to fly or something.
What do you want me to do? Dress a dragon, do the hula?
Oh, hey, Captain Rumia joined the realm.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Man. Very cool. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking
If I
about
add
calling it
anything,
a
just-
night soon. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like a seasoned weeaboo, but I watched maybe 20 anime in total,
Oh. Okay.
I've watched 10 anime in total.
including some that I don't really like
Yeah.
Sword Art Online.
Yeah, I regret watching Sword Art. I watched it because there was a bunch of hype behind it. I was like, okay, well, I'll check this out and see what it's like. No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Uh,
The only people,
Like
literally
behind-
the only people who actually like Sword Art Online and are like high school and middle school students. Not even high school students, like maybe 9th graders, but like middle school to like early high school. I haven't seen anyone who's like 16 or older who actually likes Sword Art Online.
can confirm that's generally who comes in looking for it. But you know, every once in a while you do see one older, but like it's
Yeah.
You know,
But
it's,
here's the thing with anime like Sword Art Online, and it's not just Sword Art Online, but it's usually those anime that are very entry level, but at the same time, not like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto levels of entry, but more so where they're popular because of the internet and fandoms and stuff, and then these people tend to recommend these anime to people that don't really know much about story writing. They just watch it for the characters, and that's cool and everything watching it, because Sword Art Online, I will admit, does have good character design, but
the thing is, it has a good love story going on.
Yeah,
and it has nice character designs, but the plot itself is trash. The premise
the plot's
and
trash, like-
everything is not great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, the thing is, you know, you know how you know it's good character design, because everybody keeps trying to steal it.
Yeah,
There's a ton of isekai out there now where it's like, you know, that time I got reincarnated as the pro tag from Sword Art Online. So, like, if they could just stop making anime starring black-haired guys in trench coats, that would be great.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
like, pretty much like, oh, Kirito's the coolest guy ever.
Yeah, like all these people that keep making their guys look like Kirito, it's like, could you not do that? Like, what if you maybe did something to make it not look like that? I don't know. Like, you know, the guy from In Another World with My Smartphone has a white coat. That's at least something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, then there's the isekai where you're a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just funny, like the different it's just. I wish that people would stop trying to rip off Sword Art Online, because it's not that good in the first place. It's like, you know.
Yeah, and then they tried making a continuation with guns, and it was just
Gun Gale Online.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about Gun Gale Online is I did like the game that they made for it. There's a game I have on my computer, a Sword Art Online game. It's for Gun Gale Online. It's a third-person shooter MMO, and it's actually pretty fun. But
yeah,
again, I'll say Sword Art Online's one of those series where the games are fun, but that's because they're video games. And,
Right. Yeah.
and not only did Sword Art Online kind of copy the whole premise of an already existing better anime, but it just attracts people who think people who like the characters, and
Yeah.
I can't fault them. Like I said, there's good character design, and the whole story between Asuna and Kirito is pretty nice and cute and everything.
Right.
Like the whole, and then there's that
it's a nice love story, and then a guy shows up and rapes her. Like
yeah, like I was surprised they had that in a TV-14 anime to begin with.
It's just like the thing is, the guy uses rape as a crutch in his writing too much. Like it's not just he's using it a lot, and it's like
basically the whole way they wrote him is just to be like this creepy rapist who wants Asuna's babies, and that's all. It's kind of like a boring, like it's kind of just boring writing.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
he would have made a good one-time villain, but
that's the thing.
If he had more depth to his character.
That's the thing, though, is it's better than the first villain who had literally no motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, why did you do this terrible thing?
And then there's this guy that's like, then there's this guy who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna if I kill someone in the game with my specific gun, I'm gonna find where they live and actually kill them in real life.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is even stupider.
Some of these like the villains are the weakest part of the writing in that series. It's just like really.
It's
really, because like I said, he does the villain with no motivation, and then he follows that up with Captain Rapey, which like, okay, yeah, I get it. Making somebody a rapist automatically makes the fans hate them, and thus makes them a credible villain. But it's at the same time, it's like, there's
like
just
Berserk did it better.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. It's like, why don't you just have him walking down the street kicking puppies? I mean, like it's just cheap heat. It's like in wrestling, that's what they call cheap heat. Is when you're doing something that's like obviously going to draw a bad reaction from people, like Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, they could have just had him running like. I mean, and that's what the guy who writes JoJo has his villains kill dogs because that's gonna make people hate him.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that he hates dogs; it's that he likes dogs, and he thinks that people who hurt dogs are scum. So he wants people to react that way. So it's just funny, like. That like, but like, it's like, you could do something else other than have them kill puppies. I mean, it's just
It at least fits JoJo's nature,
right?
Of being like not really taking itself seriously.
Yeah, I mean, JoJo is kind of like it's just kind of out there. Like, I'm not saying JoJo has bad writing. It's just like it gets kind of repetitive. It's like, oh, really? Another dog died? Really? Like,
yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the story you least want to be reincarnated in is a dog. Like,
yeah.
It's like, oh crap! I got reincarnated as a dog. Wait, is that JoJo? Shit.
Literally, the first dog torture in that literally gets burned to death by Dio.
Yeah, it's just like, and it does set Dio up as like the scummiest villain in the series, and that's why they keep recycling him over and over again, because it's like he's just like it just makes a good villain, So
and it's like kills his adoptive brother's dog, steals his adoptive brother's family from him.
Yeah, so
steals the love of his life.
Right. I mean, like the stuff that Dio does is undeniably scummy, and it makes him a really good villain. And his motivations are always kind of, like they're on display. Like they like it's something where you need to be able to understand what motivates a character, even if it's just some base emotion like lust or greed or whatever, and if it's something more complex than that, then that's good too. But like having a villain that does stuff just because they're bad, or a villain that does stuff because or like it's just and like I said, the villain that's like, it's like, oh, let me cyber rape your girlfriend real quick. It's like, that's kind of, like just,
Yeah.
I mean that guy, yeah, like he's a creepo, but it didn't make me want to watch the series. It made me like want to not watch it. Like that's that's the thing. Like when they introduced that guy, I'm like, nope, I'm out, and I skipped to the end to watch him die. Like, or to watch the I just wanted to watch the part where she wakes up. I'm like, okay, I just need that closure. Thanks. Like, so, yeah, it's, I didn't watch any of the second game at all. Like, I watched, like, what was leading up to it, and I was like, okay, I'm skipping. Like, because I didn't, like, to me, the series should have been over as soon as they beat Sword Art Online. And it would have been a mediocre, sad, kind of stupid series at that. And then they just kept dragging it on because it was so popular. And it's like, there's nothing worse than a series that outlives its ending and just keeps going, which is unfortunately what Boruto is, and what Yashahime is, and what Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches is. It's a series that had a perfectly good ending, should have stopped, and then somebody decided to just keep it going. And that type of shit. There's nothing worse, in my opinion. It's like listen, a good story has a beginning, a middle, and yes, an end. Like
exactly. It's like it's almost like they just can't get away from these characters, so they just want the characters to continue living. But come on, that's why fan fictions exist. We don't have to get.
And the thing with Boruto is it's just so obvious that their whole thing is they're like, oh man, we just want to milk this for another anime and merchandise the shit out of all these characters and create a whole bunch of new characters to merchandise, and it's just people would have still bought merchandise for Naruto characters. Like, we still get people coming in looking for the headbands and stuff, and they don't care about Boruto. But they still want that money, so it's just sad to see people blinded by greed who don't care about putting out a decent product. They're okay with putting out a subpar product as long as it means they get a little money for it, and that pisses me off. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end out for the night. I definitely want to thank everybody for stopping by, especially Siege. Always good to see people like that. Good. Superior Rose actually stopped by in the chat near the beginning of the stream, and that was cool.
That's cool.
So anyway, definitely want to mention that I appreciate everybody. Thank everybody so much for stopping by. Thanks everybody who participated, and of course, as always, I do hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. But, yeah.
Sorry that I haven't been around much.
It's okay.
Saturday is a bit of a busy day for me.
Oh, okay.